Geographically, Samoa consists of 13 tropical islands set in the picturesque waters of the South Pacific Ocean. Lush green volcanic peaks plunge into vibrant coral reefs, as enchanting today as they were when Robert Louis Stevenson first set foot on them in 1890.
Fair isle at sea, thy lovely name, soft in my ear like music came. That sea I loved, and once or twice I touched at the Isles of Paradise.
A paradise missionaries had discovered 100 years earlier, when they reported having met men who looked and behaved just like women. A group of androgynous people, says Felicia Acton Brown, known locally as Fa'afafine.
Fa'afafine is a word that was created for somebody who was very feminine or very ladylike, who would normally be male but socially would be accepted as a female.
Every village in Samoa is ruled over by a chief who looks after the extended family networks that make up Samoan society. Marcela Apa is the wife of the chief of Moata village. From very early on, she noticed how feminine her youngest son Tara was.
When he was young, we always admire him. He more or less looked like a girl.
I remember my sisters, when I was 7, they used to try and get me to break into their high heels. So you'll see this 7-year-old boy running around the house with high heels. They'll put me in dresses, take photos of me and, in high heels and stuff like that.
Like Tara, Fa'afafine Cindy Silo also had a fascination with women's things.
I had this cousin of mine, she was a nurse and she wears makeup. And one day I managed to find her room open when she was at work. And I put mascara on my hair, lipstick on my eyebrows, lipstick on my lips, my cheeks, my eyelids. That night, I was doing my homework and I was sharpening my pencil. I just looked at the razor blade. I just shaved all my eyebrows off. And my mom got the shock of her life.
So accepted is their femininity that some Fa'afafine don't perceive themselves as boys at all. Felicia Acton Brown didn't realise she was a boy until her first day at school.
It wasn't until I was faced with going to the bathroom that I stood there in confusion with regards to, okay, all the girls are going to the girls' toilets, or the boys are going to the boys' toilets. So I thought to myself, okay, well, I'm not a boy, so, I'm a girl. And it wasn't until I went to walk into the girls' toilets that I was grabbed by the scruff of my collar by my teacher saying, what are you doing going into the girls' toilets? You're not a girl, you're a boy, you should be in the boys' toilets. And because I was so distraught by what she was saying, they had to call my mother to come and pick me up. And it wasn't until then that my mother pointed out to me, you were not born a girl, you were born a boy.
Jo Smid is a sociologist at Auckland University. In a detailed study on Fa'afafines, she discovered that gender in Samoa has little to do with what sex you are.
In terms of understanding how gender works in Samoa, there are quite strict boundaries around what men do and around what women do. And it's all about labour, really. Your gender within the family and within the village context is about the type of work that you contribute to the family and to the village.
Through my time of growing up in the Pacific, Fa'afafines were always people that performed female social roles, such as cooking for the family, doing the washing, looking after the children, tending to the house.
And more importantly, looking after their elders once their brothers and sisters have married and left the family home.
Through having this responsibility, my brothers and sisters, they're very respectful because they know it's not an easy job having to tend to our parents or to our grandparents or to the needy within our family.
Although traditional roles like these haven't changed, the way Fa'afafines are perceived has, and that's largely due to the impact of Christianity. Religion has grown strong roots in Samoa, and going to church is now the single most important event of the week, an occasion to sing and to commune. Fa'afafine Cindy Silo struggled to be accepted in her family.
Growing up in a Christianity family, it was quite hard, mainly because of the Christianity belief that boys are boys and girls are girls.
At the root of the conflict is a refusal to acknowledge that Fa'afafines are sexually ambiguous. Because they see themselves as female, they're attracted to men, but not in a conventional sense, says Jo Smid.
They're not gay men because Fa'afafine don't sleep with other Fa'afafine in the way that gay men sleep with other gay men, and that The straight Samoan men who have sex with whawhawhine don't have sex with whawhawhine because they're men, they have sex with them because they're like women.
Asa Apa is the chief of Moataa village. He admits he's had to come to terms with his son Tara being a whawhawhine.
Well, of course, like any other father, I was a bit disappointed. You know, a male in Samoa is expected to do things as a male does. I expect them to do manual work and also to act like a man, not act like a girl or a female.
And now that he is whawhawhine, how do you feel about it now?
I still love him as my son, of course.
When he was 13, Tara remembers a touching moment walking home with his father one evening after church.
The priest was going on and on about, you know, sodomy and Gomorrah and all that sort of thing throughout the whole service. And we walked home. He just turned to me and just held my hand. He goes, "Son," I said, "Yes, do you understand what the priest was saying?" I said, "Yeah, I do. I understand exactly what he meant." He goes, "Well, whatever path in life you choose, I'll still love you. I'll still be there for you." And that's why I've never felt that I needed to prove myself to anybody. These are the only people I need to prove myself to, my mum and dad.
But outside the family, prejudice still exists, and Tara's mother Marcella worries about him when he's out at night dressed as a woman in the streets of Apia.
When he goes out, I never go to sleep. I always look out for him what time he comes home, you know, in case something happens to him. Because I remember there was a whawhawhine, he was attacked at night by somebody, then he died.
Despite their struggle to be socially accepted, whawhawhines are highly respected for their creative abilities. A photographic work by Shigeyuki Kihara has recently been bought by the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. In it, she poses as both a man and a woman, her aim to show the beauty of being both.
Because the idea of beauty and harmony in Polynesia, and specifically to Samoa, is defined through the combination of male and female energy, whawhawhine becomes the epitome of that dual energy between man and woman.
Whawhawhines are also natural entertainers.
Our personalities are more outrageous than women, you know. We can go overboard with everything.
Cindy ran the raunchiest cabaret show in Samoa, but she's not the only crowd puller. Twice a year, Tara and her friends stage a highly comic whawhawhine beauty pageant.
Whawhawhine pageants used to be based on beauty. But now we've looked at it and said, no, people don't want to come and see how beautiful you are. They want to see you can stand up there in a dress but really act like a man. It doesn't matter if they're laughing at you or laughing with you, as long as you've got them laughing.
And more recently, whawhawhines have turned their hands to boxing with hilarious results. I followed 4 whawhawhines from Samoa to South Auckland for their first international boxing event. The first contestants in the ring are Princess Liz and Princess Katrina, a strapping pair of men, each over 6 foot tall with taut bodies and bulging biceps. When they appear in the ring dressed in pink tutus with boxing gloves to match, the crowd erupt in hysterics. As tutus fly in the air, girly left hooks are met with mincing side steps. After 4 minutes dripping with sweat, dishevelled hair and faces smudged with mascara and lipstick, an ecstatic Princess Katrina is proclaimed the winner.
How was it, Katrina, to win?
It's good. I'm so very, very happy. Thank you, my parents and my brothers and my sisters.
A victory not just for Katrina, but for all whawhawhine in Samoa, who are trying to win back the hearts of their people through humour. Tara Apa again.
The way we look at it is, the more people laugh at you, the more people accept you. The more people want to be your friend.